What's going on, Maniacs, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with another mask review. So as always, let's go on the stock pile and see what we got today. And today we are back with our Penta Dragon Ball Z Semi Pro mask. Now, if you know me, you know I really like my Fandom fusion masks. And this one's definitely one of those ones I really like. So this one's on a orange sequins fabric, but it's a little bit different than the other ones. This one's a tighter sequence. Then we also have a gray metallic spandex face. And then we got the blue ninja headband. Now the orange and the blue definitely resemble the Dragon Ball Z color scheme. Not much sure about the silver, but the silver doesn't look bad. The silver looks really cool. And then this is my favorite part. You got Omega Shenron on the side of the mask. Just super, super cool. So let's take a proper look at this. On the forehead, we normally have the 5-point ninja star, but instead today we have the Dragon Ball Z kanji symbol in the middle. I'm not quite sure what that says. I'm not sure if it says Dragon Ball Z or if it stands for something else. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. But then over on the side, so we have the silver metallic spandex. And then we have this blue iridescent with a reptile scale pattern for the eyes. So you can see some greens pop out there in the light. Really, really cool. Then on the bottom of the neck falls, you actually have Dragon Balls, which I think are really, really cool. So you would normally, again, have that 5-point ninja star, but instead we swapped it for some Dragon Balls. So we have the 4th Dragon Ball on this side. What number do we have on this side? Oh, we have the 4th Dragon Ball as well. So it's the 4th Dragon Ball on both sides. But I think that's kind of cool. On the left side of the mask, again, you got Omega Shenron. Now this is like a green iridescent fabric, or vinyl, sorry, going on the face and on the body and on the hands. And then the belly, the underside, is a lighter green, like a neon green vinyl. Then you got the red accent for the tongue. And then you got more of that orange sequence going on down there. I also really dig the blue. I feel like they match the blue really well. They went that dark navy blue for the ninja headband at the top. Pops really nicely. And then on the back side, you have the ends of the ninja headband right there. So let's go flip that up. And then we have an orange tongue that covers your hair from the laces. The orange is really bright. And we got the blue iridescent with that reptile pattern on the covers for the eye holes. Here's the back side of the mask. And here's the top side of the mask. And here's a better view of the front. And here's a better look at the front. All right, let's flip the mask inside out and take a look at the construction on the underside. Now here's the underside of the orange sequence Dragon Ball Z Semi Pro Penta Mask. Now I'm not gonna lie, this underside for the color scheme looks really cool and would be a really cool design up for a mask on its own. So unlike the other ones, the sequence is covered by this black fabric on the top, which actually looks really good. And the little bits of orange coming out almost like an outline look really dope as well. And then the underside of the metallic silver spandex is like a dark gunmetal gray, which again looks really cool. And then as always, we have the nose, mouth, and chin binding, this time in a purple. The purple just looks excellent on this. Going down the mouth. Under the chin, around the top, back to the nose. Then we have that same purple binding on the bottom around the neck. Just looks so good. And then again, you got on the side of the head, you got the black fabric covering the orange sequence fabric to give it a little bit more structure. Stitching on the back of this mask is also not that bad either. When you think of it too, the Omega Shenron has a lot of different points compared to the standard dragon they use on most Penta masks. I know there's an older version where he has the wings kind of like on the Obscuro mask that has a lot more different points, but even still, it's done very cleanly. There's not too many loose threads sticking up, and everything's kind of stitched right to the end, so there's no flaring on this mask, which is also awesome. Let's go take a look at the back side of the mask. So again, you got that orange tongue that covers your hair from the laces. And flip that up top. It has the same 3-point stitching built into the top of the mask. And you got our blue ends of the ninja headband right here. And you got the cover. The fabric goes over the eyelets holes for the lace up. Here's the underside of the right part of the mask, right side of the mask, with the Omega Shenron. Again, look at that. The stitching's, again, pretty clean for the amount of articulation points they got to stitch down. And there's no flaring on the other side with the details, so everything's stitched right to the very end. Which again, for a semi-pro, that's awesome. Even the stitching on the kanji symbol on the forehead, done very clean. Well, guys, thank you so much again for checking out another mask review. As always, if you see anything you like from this video, from past videos, and in future videos, be sure to check out the website, purefandomshop.bigcartel.com. Also, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and comment below if you want to stay up to date with all things Pure Fandom. Be sure to follow us on our socials. Instagram at Pure Fandom Shop and at Pure Fandom Shop 416. YouTube at Pure Fandom Shop 416. And finally, Facebook.com/Pure Fandom. Thank you guys so much again for checking out another mask review, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.